What's up guys, Richard K from Price Action and Income, and I just wanted to shoot a quick video to showcase our new toolbox, or Market Geometry Toolbox as we call it, that we created for NinjaTrader 8. If you've been following any of my videos either on YouTube or subscribed to any of my courses, then you'll clearly know by now that I use Market Geometry to perform my analysis. We've had a lot of people inquiring about using the Pitchforks and the Shift Pitchfork settings, specifically on MetaTrader 4. It's actually where we started. We created a similar toolbox for MetaTrader 4, but eventually we also had quite a lot of people asking us about the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And we created this toolbar specifically for NinjaTrader 8. We called it, like I mentioned, the Market Geometry Toolbox. And I'll quickly be showcasing you in this video how all these buttons work. Now, we're continuously, before I start, we're also updating a lot of these drawing tools that I use on a daily basis with my analysis. So if there's something that you're interested after this video, then go have a look down in the description below this video, and there'll be more information with some links you can click on and go check it out in more detail. Now, firstly, if you're familiar with NinjaTrader 8, this could be any chart. It's actually an Australian dollar, US dollar. You could simply right click, go to indicators. This is created as an indicator, and you can then go down to where it is set once you've installed it. If you're not familiar with installation process, don't worry, we got really cool videos that shows you exactly step by step how to install everything. But in your case, we also created that it's what we call a floating toolbox, so it can move around. NinjaTrader 8 does have a toolbar that you can set on the side here. We decided that we want one that you can float around. I believe theirs you can do it as well. But this just makes things so much easier if you perform this sort of market geometry analysis, because all of these tools are basically made according to all their settings are set according to my specifications. So just quickly, I just want to go through all of them one by one, and then we'll conclude the video. So first off, again, this is an Australian dollar, US dollar. It's actually on a daily time frame. If you look here, we got the standard pitchfork, like in TradingView they will call that, or the Alan Andrews pitchfork. And that's the first one over here. It's also color-coded in red. These are actually settings or anchor points that I've been using for a while now. On the standard pitchfork, which defined this trend that started here, or the second bullish phase, as I called it, in November last year, and defined it really, really well. As you can see, that price actually hit this upper red warning line and started moving lower. There was also an instance previously in the beginning of this year where it hit the upper red warning line for the first time and start moving lower. If you're familiar with my work, I also use Shift Pitchforks, which is the second one, which I color-coded blue. And this was an actual setup that we've had, tracking a correction lower, and we price basically crossed the lower warning line of the Shift Pitchfork in this correction, and also the upwards sloping center median line of the standard pitchforks where a trade setup occurred. So this is typically how I would be using my pitchforks, but I won't go into strategy too much. Then we also got the channel tool. Now, all of these tools are mostly included in NinjaTrader 8, but they can be quite finicky to have the right, how can I say, settings applied to them. The ones that I quite often use are just standard and already programmed into NinjaTrader 8 or the toolbox that we created. Again, just clicking on the channel, it will highlight it. When you float over them, it actually tells you what these tools mean. In this case, I don't know, I'm just using an example here. There we have a reversal from the center channel line. Then I also use fib extensions quite often, and you'll use again also 3 anchor points, and they create the 13.28, 1.618, and so forth to the upside. We have the fib retracement tool. Now all of these colors and the actual alerts that you can program on these are all included within the indicator settings, which we also got videos on about. So they're fully customizable according to your specifications. But like I mentioned before, I just like it straight out of the box the way it is right now. A very, very cool tool to have, especially when you form this analysis. It is much quicker just using this toolbox and clicking on it and start drawing on your charts rather than going to NinjaTrader's drawing tool set and scrolling down and selecting whatever you'd like to do. Especially when it comes up to setting the settings according to my specifications with regards to the pitchforks, because it can be quite confusing. They use 50%, 125, 150%. It can be confusing, but in my case, it's just straight out of the box. It's usable according to my specifications, like I mentioned before. Then we have a hide button where you just simply click on it. That's really cool. And it hides all the drawing objects on your chart. These blue lines, or sorry, circles that you see over here actually shows you that they are hidden, that there are chart objects on your chart, but you can just click on the show again and they'll all be there. If you want to delete as normal on NinjaTrader, just click on it, right click, and you remove the drawing that you drew. A very cool addition that I would say from what we created here with price action income with our developers. So very easy to use. Like I mentioned before, we got all the installation videos, very, very, very user friendly. If this is sort of analysis you're interested in, and you're familiar with my work and you've been using NinjaTrader 8 and would like to check out the Market Geometry Toolbox that we created with all the installation instructions, etc., then, like I mentioned, go check the description below this video and you'll find all the information you need there. That's it for me today, guys. Until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.